What up, what up, what up? It's your boy, Cardinal, and we back for some more of that Ali Land boxing talk, people. And today we talking Mikey Garcia news. Garcia says Spence is a monster at 147. Hey, man, this is a big fight, and I just think, this is a matchup that is, it's built for the fans, man. It's built for fan excitement. It's built to make somebody's career, and it's built to get them a super fight afterwards. Mikey Garcia is a guy. I feel like I really like Mikey Garcia, man. I like his personality. I like his humbleness. I like the fact that he's a willing fighter, man. I like his interviews, man. If you ever watch ES News, man, he does a lot of interviews with Robert Garcia and Mikey Garcia, so go check those out, man. But I just like his interviews and the way he talks like a grown man. He doesn't talk like an athlete. He talks he talks to you like you're a human being, man, and I appreciate that from Mikey Garcia. And on the other hand, you got Errol Spence, man. And Errol Spence is a Southern guy, man, humble, wild when he wants to be, but excellent at what he does, man. Boxing is what he does, man, and he does that very well. And I admire Errol Spence, man. If I was if I got into the sport of boxing at a younger age, I would strive to be like a Errol Spence. He is a very likable guy, and he displays, and he gives as well as he speaks. You know what I'm saying? So, both of these guys are real likable guys. But as far as Spence being the monster of 147, I would say he is, man. I know a lot of people want to say Terrence Crawford is the man at 147, and then those people are basically, I feel like bitter Mayweather fans who don't want to admit Pacquiao is still the king of 147. And and they don't want to give the credit to Errol Spence. I don't know why, but Errol Spence is he's a natural welterweight, man, and you have to respect that from him. A lot of these guys are not natural welterweights. They're coming up in weight and trying to conquer something that guys of that size feel like this is where I belong. You guys don't belong here. You're trying to come knock me off of my pivot and what I do, and this is where I naturally belong at. So I can't blame Errol Spence for being cocky about his abilities and the fact that he probably is more of a bully at 147 pounds because of his size. But in boxing, you have to beat the guy to be the guy. So Terrence Crawford has to beat Errol Spence to me. Errol Spence is the A side. Errol Spence is the A side because there's no fights for Terrence Crawford at top rank. Errol Spence is the A side because he doesn't have to leave PBC to find a fight. And Errol Spence is the A side because he's the natural welterweight. And, all signs point to Errol Spence winning that fight. And Errol Spence is taking the harder fights, I'm going to read this article, man, and they mentioned something about the competition level that Terrence Crawford has been facing. And it's really interesting. But it's a boxing scene, and the name of the article is Mikey Garcia calls Spence a monster at 147. But I just wanted to touch on a small bit of the article. It says 4-division champion Mikey Garcia took shots at 3-division champion Vasyl Lomachenko and Terrence Crawford while praising the up-and-coming opponent IBF 147-pound champ Errol Spence during a Wednesday interview with the Boxing Voice hosted by Nestor Gibbs. Garcia suggested Lomachenko's avoiding him, Crawford's face C plus or B level at best opposition and call Spence the monster in his division. In advance of facing Spence on March 16th at the Dallas Cowboys Stadium in Arlington, Texas.